In this video, we'll be paying a visit to the corners of the earth to find the most expensive home on the globe. The top 5 most expensive houses in the world include everything from palaces to earthquake-resistant homes, homes fitted with gold, Flintstones-like homes, and every other luxury known to man. So, it's no surprise the ridiculous price tag slapped on these properties by realtors and assessors. In fact, the cheapest property on our list starts at $335 million. Le Palais Bulles, number 5. This architectural white elephant has multiple swimming pools, gardens, waterfalls, an amphitheater built into the hillside, and a breathtaking view of the Mediterranean Sea from its series of bubble-like houses. This is where the name comes from, Bubble Palace, or Palais Bulles. The property has a room where you can host dinner with special guests while taking in the view and cool breeze of the sea. But the 500-seater amphitheater gives the ultimate experience for open-air, large-scale events. And it has in fact hosted some of the most prestigious events, like Christian Dior fashion shows, Cannes Film Festival parties, and private galas. The interior of the house seems like something Joe Rogan would love, as the convoluted nature of the rooms feels like a psychedelic experience.
How is this possible that you could go to a place like this, or you could see something that's way more vivid and way more powerful than regular life?
And speaking of psychedelic experiences, house parties in this estate do look like a trip. Number 4. Villa Les Cèdres, $410 million. This 35-acre property features an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a 30-horse capacity stable, several gardens and water fountains, the main house with 14 bedrooms, 20 greenhouses, and more. The main house has grand sitting rooms, a ballroom, a concierge, floor-to-ceiling 19th century portraits in ornate frames, a 50-meter swimming pool for relaxation cut into the rocks, exquisite chandeliers and stone fireplaces, French doors, painted coffered ceilings, a comprehensive library with books on flora and naturalism, and a single botanical codex worth several thousands of euros. This villa has botanical gardens, considered by many to be among the top 10 worldwide. There's also a man-made pond with Amazonian lily pads on it, a bronze statue of Athena draped in marble tunic at the gate, and a winding path flanked by tall palms and cedar trees, where the villa gets its name from. Once the most expensive house, and currently the second most expensive villa in the world, Villa Les Cèdres has only passed through the hands of true historical figures. In its 187-year history, its current owner is the Italian distiller Davide Campari Milano, worth over $17 billion at the time of this video. Campari obtained the villa from the previous owner, the Marnier-Lapostole family, who in turn bought the property after its most popular owner, King Leopold II of Belgium. This villa was a holiday retreat for the Belgian king, with his then mistress, Blanche Delacroix, and he purchased the property with the over 500 million euros that he made exploiting resources in the then Congo Free State of Africa, his personal property. Aside from luxury features, the villa gets its appeal from the ideal location in the French Riviera, amongst villas belonging to other wealthy billionaires, like Paul Allen and Andrew Lloyd Webber, as well as views of the Mediterranean Sea. Now I know we're still in the French Riviera, despite me saying that we were going around the world to see these homes. But let's be honest, money does make the world go round, and if it's any consolation, $410 million is north of Palais Bulles, $335 million, while the features are a world apart. Number 3. Villa Leopolda, $750 million. The interior of Villa Leopolda features extravagant luxury, with marble finishings and exposed wooden beams. You'll find a movie theater, 14 exquisite black marble baths, and 10 grand bedrooms, opulent chandeliers, bowling alleys, luxurious dining rooms and kitchens, a library, and several sophisticated artworks and sculptures. The house itself is a work of art that invokes the French Belle Epoque style, and why not, since it was designed over centuries by several different architects and interior designers like Ogden Codman, Mika Ertegun, and Renzo Mongiardino. The entire compound is a sprawling 50-acre estate and features wealthy additions like a grand swimming pool, a helipad, several relaxation points, freshly trimmed gardens, and over 1,000 trees that give the estate covering and calming views. This is the most expensive villa on Earth and the most expensive private residence in Europe. It's located on the Villefranche-sur-Mer Heights between Nice and Monaco in the French Riviera. What? It's not my fault these expensive houses are all here. Blame this woman, who got the estate as a gift from His Philandering Highness. This guy. That's right. King Leopold II and his mistress were busy in several estates on the Mediterranean coastline. Perhaps Leopold enjoyed reminiscing of ancient battles between past Caesars on the Mediterranean Sea. Subsequently, it has passed through the hands of other wealthy people like Gianni Agnelli, the then owner of Fiat and Juventus Football Club, and the richest Italian in modern history, controlling 4.4% of the country's GDP and 3% of the country's workforce at the peak of his powers. He also loved to dress fancy and party, and Villa Leopolda was his spot. The current owner, Lily Safra, also had magnificent parties with her husband in the villa while he was still alive. Lebanese-born Brazilian banker Edmond Safra bought the property in the 80s. In one of their parties, tulips were airlifted in from Holland. World-renowned chef Roger Verger created exquisite dishes, and musicians like David Wood and Sergio Mendes were flown in from the UK and California respectively. John Fairchild described the party as ultimate in conspicuous consumption. And what do you expect? Lily Safra, even after the death of her husband, is worth $1.3 billion today. Number 2. Antilla, $2 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, take a breath. Seriously, pause this video and take a deep breath. Right. Now where were we? Ah yes, we're finally exploring beyond the French Riviera, and would you know it, we're exploring a house that's out of this world. Apologies, but the four corners of the earth just won't cut it. Our number 1 home may be the most expensive home, but this is by far the most remarkable. As a matter of fact, it is the most expensive home belonging to a person, to the richest man in India and chairman of Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani, with a net worth of $95.7 billion at the time of making this video. Leighton Holdings, the renowned Australian firm, was responsible for the interior design. The building has a ballroom, an 80-capacity velvet seat cinema, 3 helipads on the roof, 9 separate elevators, a 168-car garage, a temple for worship, a spa, an entire level of floating vegetation, and a snow room that is pumped with snowflakes at all times. The home is vertically divided into 6 sections, with each section symbolic of the Hindu ascension to enlightenment. The sections represent earth, water, fire, air, sound, and light. The Antilla was built by Chicago-based Perkins Will to withstand a Grade 8 earthquake. For perspective, a 2008 Grade 8 earthquake in Sichuan, China, recorded about 87,000 fatalities. Antilla stands at 570 feet with 27 floors, yet each floor is built high, so that the building looks like a 60-floor building. Antilla in all its glory stands in the heat of India's sleepless city, Mumbai, the same city where Slumdog Millionaire is mostly set in. 600 workers tend to the house, and its 6 Ambani family members, while the house consumes approximately the same amount of electricity for 7,000 homes. $2.6 billion sounds like a lot, but you can imagine how much it costs to maintain. When an Ambani tells you there's no place like home, believe it. Number 1. Buckingham Palace. $5 billion. The eternal presence of the Queen just proves that we're in the Matrix and nothing is real. But trust me guys, that price tag is real. Buckingham Palace is the most expensive property on the surface of God's green earth and is an iconic monument of neoclassical architecture. The palace has 775 rooms, including 52 principal bedrooms, 78 baths, 19 state bedrooms, 92 offices, and almost 200 staff bedrooms. This estate has its own post office, jeweler's workshop, and the largest private garden in London. The home was built in 1703 and has gone through modifications over the years by various architects and designers, hence its rich blend of architectural and interior design styles. Some rooms feature the famous Belle Epoque style, while several reception rooms have a Chinese Regency styling. Buckingham Palace has several rooms, including the music room, blue, green, and white drawing rooms, 50-meter-long picture gallery with works from the likes of Rembrandt and Van Dyck, and of course, the throne room. There are also several other rooms and grand halls that serve for hosting parties and receiving dignitaries. Due to the redecorations of King Edward VII, several of these rooms and stairways are designed in a Belle Epoque style, using cream and gold. What's not to like about these homes? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave us a like. You can check out the King Luxury channel for more videos all about luxury. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.